The entire WWE Universe was left stunned after what unfolded on SmackDown in the chaotic lead-up to Survivor Series. Just when fans thought they had seen every twist possible, Logan Paul made one of the most shocking and controversial moves in recent memory by aligning himself with Paul Heyman's vision. The arena erupted with disbelief, as this alliance not only redefined the power dynamics within WWE, but also sent a chilling message to every superstar standing in their way. The night began with an electric atmosphere. The crowd was buzzing with anticipation, sensing that something big was about to happen. Paul Heyman, always a man of manipulation and strategy, walked down to the ring with his signature smirk, microphone in hand, ready to unveil his latest master plan. For weeks, Heyman had been dropping cryptic hints about a new era and a revolution of dominance. Many speculated that it had something to do with Roman Reigns returning or perhaps even a new faction forming, but no one could have predicted what came next. As Heyman began his speech, the crowd's mixed reaction grew louder. He spoke about power, legacy, and the future of WWE, emphasizing that only those willing to evolve could survive in his vision of wrestling's next chapter. Suddenly, the lights dimmed, and Logan Paul's music hit. The entire arena exploded into a mixture of cheers and boos. The Maverick walked out confidently, holding his United States Championship high, soaking in the crowd's reaction. Fans were still unsure of his intentions. After all, Logan had spent months building a reputation as an unpredictable wild card. But what he did next shocked everyone watching both in the arena and at home. Logan Paul stepped into the ring, stood face to face with Paul Heyman, and after a moment of tension that felt like an eternity, extended his hand. Heyman, grinning like the mastermind he is, shook it. The deal was sealed. Logan Paul had joined forces with Paul Heyman's vision. The arena's reaction was deafening, half outrage, half awe. Commentators couldn't believe what they were witnessing. Corey Graves called it a game-changing alliance, while Michael Cole shouted that WWE had just been turned upside down. The announcement instantly sparked chaos online as social media blew up with reactions, memes, and debates. Some fans hailed it as genius, while others called it betrayal. But in the world of WWE, alliances aren't just about friendship, they're about survival, and Logan Paul had clearly chosen power over pride. As the show continued, things only escalated from there. Backstage, cameras caught CM Punk and Jey Uso discussing strategy for the upcoming Survivor Series. Both men were seen as top-tier threats to Heyman's growing empire, and it was clear they weren't pleased about Logan's shocking move. Punk, ever the rebel, warned Jey that aligning themselves and staying alert would be crucial if they wanted to stop Heyman's vision from taking over WWE. But before they could finish their conversation, chaos erupted. Logan Paul, flanked by a pair of mysterious figures, later revealed to be members of Heyman's new faction, ambushed Punk and Jey in the backstage area. The attack was brutal and calculated, clearly orchestrated by Heyman himself. Punk fought back fiercely, throwing punches and shouting defiantly, but the numbers game was too much. Jey tried to even the odds, landing a few superkicks, but Logan's brass knuckles changed everything. With one devastating punch, he dropped Punk to the floor. The scene was pandemonium. Officials rushed in, shouting for order, while Heyman watched from the shadows with a sinister grin, his plan unfolding perfectly. As Punk and Jey lay battered and bruised, Heyman stepped forward, standing over them as Logan held his title high. "You either adapt," Heyman said coldly, "or you fade into irrelevance." His words echoed throughout the backstage area, signaling that his vision was no longer just an idea, it was a reality taking shape right before everyone's eyes. The attack instantly shifted the Survivor Series landscape. Reports from Backstage suggested that Punk might be seriously hurt, casting doubt on his participation in the upcoming match. Meanwhile, Jey Uso was seen clutching his ribs, furious and vowing revenge. He later appeared in a fiery interview segment, shouting that Logan Paul and Paul Heyman had just declared war on the wrong people. The crowd roared as Jey promised to make them pay, his emotions raw and unfiltered. "You think you can blindside me? You think you can buy loyalty, Heyman? Nah, "You just bought yourself a war," he shouted into the camera, his voice trembling with rage. That passionate outburst went viral within minutes, becoming one of the night's defining moments. Meanwhile, Paul Heyman, appearing later in the show alongside Logan Paul, gave a chilling promo that cemented their alliance as the most dangerous force in WWE. He praised Logan for being more than a social media sensation, calling him a once-in-a-generation disruptor who understood what true influence meant. Heyman compared Logan's rise to that of Brock Lesnar and Roman Reigns, claiming that every generation produces one unmatched alpha, and this time, it was Logan Paul. Logan, smirking beside him, added insult to injury by mocking Punk and Jey, calling them yesterday's heroes clinging to old glory. He promised that Survivor Series would be his coronation as the new face of WWE, not just as a champion, but as a movement. The crowd booed, but Logan thrived off the hate, feeding on it like fuel. His charisma and arrogance blended perfectly with Heyman's manipulative genius, making the pair an unstoppable combination. Analysts and insiders immediately began speculating what this meant for WWE's future. With Heyman now managing Logan Paul, the possibilities were endless. Would Roman Reigns approve of this move, or was Heyman quietly building an empire beyond the tribal chief's control? And what did it mean for other stars like Cody Rhodes, Seth Rollins, and Drew McIntyre, who were already circling the title picture? The tension was palpable, the power balance uncertain, and every superstar in the locker room suddenly had a target on their back. As the show neared its end, one final twist left fans speechless. The camera cut backstage again, where Punk was being treated by medical staff. Suddenly, the lights flickered, and out of the darkness, Jey Uso reappeared, demanding to know where Logan and Heyman had gone. Before anyone could respond, a video began playing on the Titantron. It showed Logan Paul standing in the middle of an empty arena earlier in the day, training in the ring. His message was clear, calm, and cold. At Survivor Series, the old world dies. The vision takes over. The screen faded to black, leaving the crowd buzzing and uncertain of what to expect next. Survivor Series had suddenly gone from a traditional brand warfare event to a full-scale battle for the future of WWE. Commentators speculated that Punk and Jey might team up with other stars to fight against Heyman's vision, but with Logan Paul's sudden inclusion, the stakes were higher than ever. Fans online began theorizing about potential alliances and betrayals, wondering who might be next to join Heyman's side, or who would step up to stop him. The WWE Universe hadn't felt this level of unpredictability in years. The storytelling, emotion, and chaos all collided in a way that reminded everyone why they fell in love with wrestling in the first place. By the end of the night, one thing was undeniable: Paul Heyman had once again rewritten the rules.